Joseph, Geek Gamer TV, and I'm here with Mike from MOGA, and he's going to show us a little bit about the new controller they have out and some of the awesome games that go along with it. So what can you tell us about this thing? It looks like an Xbox controller.
Correct. This is our MOGA Pro Power. It's pretty much the version 2 of our Pro. So we released the Pro this year around March. Our original controller was the Pocket. Came out in October of last year. One of the first, best, only mobile controllers on the market for Android. Due to consumer response, we released the Pro, which was more like an Xbox controller. And our parent company's PowerA, they've been making controllers for years. So they had the experience to do that, and we have some. We have the PowerA has the Fusion controller, which is like an industry-leading pro-level controller. So our MOGA Pro controller was based off that Fusion. So now that's been out for a while. We've had some more consumer feedback, and we've come out with the Pro Power, which is the version 2 of the Pro, and we also have our Pocket version 2, which we've renamed to the Hero Power. So let me go through some of the new things to the controller here. So just the basic look is just different. The look and feel is different than the original Pro. But all the inputs are pretty much the same. So you still have your 2 analog sticks that click down. We've changed them a little bit. They're a little more comfortable. They still have the depress, so your thumb fits in them well. But based on consumer feedback, we have a much more solid D-pad. So any of those old school fighting games come out, you're going to love using the D-pad on those. Same A, B, X, Y button scheme here. Our shoulder buttons are bumpers, and our 2 triggers, analog triggers, so great for driving games or shooting games. We have the improvements also. We have a new MOGA arm, so it's a little bit longer, so it fits devices like 6 inches wide and less. So we had a lot of feedback saying that people had their phones with cases on that weren't fitting that great in our older controllers. So we've improved that now. So you can have like a Note 2 with like an OtterBox or something, and it'll fit in this new arm on both the Pro and the Hero. We also have now, which is a benefit for gamers and developers, we've added 4 players. So you can have 4 controllers on one device. So when you're playing on the go, obviously one player, you're on the bus, going to school or work or whatever, no problem. But if you hook your device up to a TV, either HDMI out or if you have a video out, we have a thing called the MHL. It's one of our partners. You can video out to a big TV, and now your tablet or phone's on the table to your TV. You and 4 friends, or you and 3 friends, can be on the couch gaming on multiplayer games. So now developers, knowing that they have this Android controller that goes 4 players, we should be seeing a lot more multiplayer on one device games come out soon. So that's another big thing. We also use, so this is the indicator 1 through 4. We also use it to let you know what your battery life's at. So you just tap the power button here, and all right, we're about 75% left on this controller. So now you know if you're like, I'm about to get into a big online match or I want to game, you can see how much gaming life you have left. And the battery in this for gaming lasts about 15 to 18 hours. So it's a long time, you don't have to worry about it. Once this bottom guy starts blinking, then you got to worry about recharging. So that's another big thing added to the controllers, both the Pro and the Hero. But the number one thing, which is why we call it the Power Series, is we have a separate battery in here. The Pro has a 2200 milliamp battery. The Hero's got an 1800 milliamp battery that is going to charge your phone while you play. So if you're playing and you see, oh man, I'm at half battery. I don't want to. I got to go all day with my phone at work. What you do is you take your battery's charge cable. We have a USB out here. You plug into the USB. You plug into your phone, and you're going to see, boop, there's that little lightning bolt. Your phone's now charging while you're playing. That was pretty much the number one feedback from all of our consumers out there, that mobile game. They said, I love playing with the MOGA, but I'm so focused in playing games, I don't pay attention to my battery power. By the time I get to work, my phone's dead. So we realize that as the number one request or complaint or whatever about mobile gaming. So MOGA is the company that's going to bring you that ability to now keep your phone fully charged while you're gaming on your bus ride or your plane ride or whatever. So same thing, even if you game the whole time and now you're putting away your phone on your desk or in your bag, you just plug it in here, and while you're sitting there doing your job, your phone's charged. So when you're ready to leave work, you got a full battery instead of being down to 0. So definitely a huge thing. Both the Pro and the Hero have this ability, which is why we're calling it the Power Series.
And these things are designed to work with any Android phone out there on the market today, right?
Any Android device 2.3 and higher. I mean, we're seeing now a majority. We can monitor this. We know that a majority of devices out there now that are gaming it's at 4.0 and higher. But even if you have some old school 2.3 phone, the MOGAs will work with it. We have an SDK on our website that's free to use, so we point developers to that and say, hey, download the SDK. It takes them about a couple hours or a couple days, depends on how detailed their game is, to implement the SDK into their game to make the MOGA controllers work like a console controller. So we also have HID mode. So right now I'm in MOGA mode, which is like our SDK mode. But if you have an HID game, you pop it over to red and it goes HID. And that way all those HID games that are out there on the market, on the Android marketplace, Google Play marketplace, our controller works with those games as well. But with the MOGA mode, our SDK mode, it's more like a true seamless console experience, just like Xbox, Sony, or Nintendo. You don't have to sit there and figure out what button does what and map a bunch of buttons before you play. It just works out of the box. So.
And you guys have a whole store online too that go with it, so that you know exactly what games are going to support what features and get the best experience you can.
Exactly, and we have a pivot app. It's basically it's an organization app. It lets you know exactly what games are available on your phone or on the Google Play Store that are already MOGA enhanced. But the benefit of this pivot app is, we at MOGA, we're gamers. I've been in the industry for many years. I've been gaming since the 70s. So, we're gamers at heart. We know what makes a good game and what makes not a great experience. Some of our competitors, they just throw whatever games up there, whether it's fun or not. Some games might be a cash grab where you play for 5 minutes and all of a sudden you got to pay $10. We don't put those games on Pivot. We want to have the games that are fun to play, quality titles. They don't have to be big budget. They're not all AAA titles. We have some great independent devs who have made fun games that are a blast to play with the MOGA. So we've handpicked those titles to put in Pivot to truly show our gaming community, our MOGA gaming community, what are the good titles that are going to have a fun time, that are truly enhanced playing with a MOGA.
And you cover all the bases, right? Everything from RPG to racing, action games, FPS. If you want to play a game, you can find it on this thing, and the MOGA will support it.
Right, and that's we definitely we try to get all different genres. We don't want to just focus on racing games. We're only on FPS games. We've got classic games. We've got Sonic and Pac-Man and Out of This World, which I think it's called Another World. It's the European name, which is one of my favorite old school games. And we have a ton of independent games. We have lots of racing games, shooting games. We have all different categories. I'm going to try to get to it here. You can actually look by category. So these are the Google Play Store categories. So they're not our own category. We just go by Google Play. So you have the arcade and action. You'll go down. Racing. We have all these racing games. Oh, this is on my device. Let me go to the store. So categories. So we got new games, free, pro, optimized. So you can go to that category. So we'll go pro optimized just to see. And then now we're going down, and this is the pro optimized category. So and we add about 2 to 4 new games every week. I'm a developer relations, so my job, which is it's a horrible job, I actually go search the internet and search Google Play Store for fun games that are great games, but maybe would be a better experience with a controller. I want to find those games that man, I wish I had a controller for this. And so when I find those games, I go out and contact the developers and say, you guys need to put MOGA in your game. And a lot of them know what MOGA is now. We've been around for a little while now, but some of them are like, what the heck's a MOGA? And I'm like, well, let me show you. So I'll ship them a couple of controllers free of charge and say, you guys gotta get your hand on this controller. And usually a day after it ships, so I see the shipping like, oh, MOGA controller's delivered to dev. A day later, they're like, yeah, we want to work with you. This controller's awesome. We want to put the controller in our game and vice versa. So it's definitely it's a fun job. That's what I do as a developer relation. I'm looking for these type of games to get with MOGA.
Well, that's awesome. I know it's a cool controller. I had a chance to play with one a little bit earlier, and I think it's sweet. If somebody wants to go out there and pick up this controller, can they get it right now? Is it available, and where would they go?
Well, right now, if you want to play with it right now, you got to be here at PAX Prime. So if this is live, get here right now. But yeah, so at PAX Prime, we're showing this off right now, but we're not going to go, we're going to retail with the new Power Series in mid-late October at all your major retailers. GameStop, Best Buy, Target, Amazon, our website. It'll be available anywhere.
But in the meantime, there's a couple of sweet controllers that don't have the battery, but they're still awesome controllers if you want to be playing these games, and you can go pick them up more everywhere, right? I mean, they're all over the place.
Yeah, correct. Our current MOGA Pocket version 1, MOGA Pro version 1, they're all over right now. I mean, you Google it, you'll find it in tons of retailers, and you're going to game right now. All the games we have listed right now on Pivot, they all work with the Pocket and the Pro, and so if you want to get mobile gaming right now on Android, go pick them up right now. They're actually great prices right now too. We've dropped the price. So like the MOGA Pocket retails for around $25 right now. The MOGA Pros around $40 or $50 right now. So you know, if you want a game right now with Android mobile on the go, definitely check out MOGA in the stores right now. You'll be able to get some.
Yeah. So if you're a serious gamer and you want to play it on serious games on your Android device, you got to go pick up one of these things because they're awesome. They are, I promise, and they're going to get better. So hey, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it, man.